Yaksha, Ruthless Operations, released in 2022, is a South Korean spy action film directed by Hyeon. The story begins in Seoul's Central District Prosecutor's Office, where the chairman of the Sang-in group, Lee, is causing a ruckus. Lee is a famous and wealthy man charged with bribery and stock manipulation. The main character, Han Ji-hoon, is a prosecutor who interrogates Lee. However, due to his influence, Lee is released and blames the police. As a result, Han is demoted from the Seoul Prosecutor's Office to the National Intelligence Service, NIS, Legal Support Office. With no work to be done at the NIS, Han feels very lonely. One day, the NIS director, Hyeon, sends Han's superior, Prosecutor Park, on a mission. However, due to family reasons, Park hesitates. Han takes advantage of the situation and demands his old job back in exchange for participating in the mission. The director immediately agrees to this deal. According to the mission, Han must go to the NIS's Shenyang branch and deliver all the information there to the director. The director informs Han that spies from different countries work in Shenyang, but the people working for the NIS in the Shenyang branch have been submitting fake reports to the NIS for some time, and Han needs to uncover the truth. The head of the Shenyang branch and the film's second main character is Yaksha, a capable and talented NIS officer willing to go to any extent to complete his work. Han meets Section Chief Hong at Shenyang Airport, who brings him to Samjin Travel Agency, where the NIS's Shenyang branch operates. Han is suspicious of the people there and Hong's hesitation. Despite this, some people working there leave with a lot of money in their bags. Han follows them and gets into their car. Everyone tells him to go back, but Han doesn't listen. They take Han to Yaksha. As soon as Yaksha sees Han, he puts on a bulletproof jacket. Meanwhile, a man takes Yaksha to an empty factory where some people question him about room 39. A fight breaks out between Yaksha's gang and the opponents, with Yaksha's gang emerging victorious and killing the man who put them in this situation. Han watches all this from the car until one of Yaksha's agents makes him unconscious. When Han wakes up, he sees a girl on a bed and drugs on a table. The police arrive, and Han runs away, going to Yaksha, where he learns that Yaksha was testing him, and he passed. After this test, Han finally joins Yaksha's gang, and they reach their secret hideout. Yaksha explains the attack on them to Han, showing him footage from a week ago at Dongbae Bank. In the video, there is a shootout between two groups. One group is North Korea's Supreme Guard, who attacked Yaksha's gang in the factory, and the other group remains unidentified. The main target of these two gangs is a man named Moon Byung-yu, who manages to escape from the shootout. Moon is the head of Room 39, North Korea's Central Committee, which raises significant foreign investment. Moon controls this investment. However, Han still doesn't understand the connection between Moon and Yaksha. Yaksha's gang informs him that a few days ago, Moon came to Yaksha for protection, but during that time, the shootout occurred. It is crucial for them to find and secure Moon because both Chinese and North Korean agents are after him. An agent of Yaksha tells him that the Japanese force is also pursuing these individuals. Everyone plans to escape, but Yaksha takes Han to a restaurant. There, Yaksha questions a lady working in the restaurant about a Chinese agent named D7. This lady is an agent of North Korea's state security who helps Yaksha. Upon locating D7, Yaksha and Han go to a hotel where D7 is surprised to see Yaksha alive. Years ago, D7 tried to kill Yaksha, and since then, there has been enmity between them. Han meets D7 posing as a Japanese agent to avoid harm. After a while, D7 receives a message on his phone and leaves. Yaksha then tells Han that it seems their team has done the job. D7 returns to his place from the hotel and realizes that the mess there was caused by Yaksha's gang. Yaksha's gang informs him that D7 has found a girl instead of Moon. When Yaksha attempts to get information from this girl, Han starts screaming, but an agent kills the girl and drops her there. Yaksha instructs his gang to gather all the information from the girl and leaves. After Yaksha's departure, Han tricks all the agents and escapes with the girl. Meanwhile, the lady at the restaurant tells Yaksha that the girl is Moon's daughter, Jooyeon. However, by then, Han has already run away with Jooyeon. While on the run, Jooyeon holds Han at gunpoint, forces him out of the car, and drives off. Confused, Han calls Director Yeom and provides all the information. Yaksha then arrives and asks Han about Jooyeon, leading to a fight between the two. After the fight, Yaksha and Han sit in a van equipped with tracking devices. Yaksha uses the device to track Jooyeon. Yaksha's gang reaches Jooyeon through tracking, but realizes it was a trap set by D7. Jooyeon isn't there. D7's gang has kidnapped her. At this point, Yaksha meets Moon, who before dying asks Yaksha to save his daughter's life because Jooyeon has the information D7 needs. Just then, the police arrive, and Yaksha's gang flees to avoid capture. Later, Section Chief Hong calls Yaksha and informs him that the police have raided his travel agency. Yaksha destroys his secret hideout before the police can reach it. Seeing this, all the gang members blame Han, arguing that chasing Jooyeon led to their current predicament. Han, in turn, blames Yaksha, accusing him of taking money and engaging in illegal activities. During this confrontation, Yaksha receives a call from D7, who admits orchestrating the chaos and warns that by the next morning, Yaksha will be on the news as Moon's murderer, putting the entire Chinese police force after him. D7 advises Yaksha to flee China. Meanwhile, Director Hyeon learns that the police are after Han and tries to save him by contacting the Chinese headquarters. When he receives no response, he decides to go to China himself. Yaksha's agents then tell Han that he was correct about Yaksha receiving funds to secure Moon, but Yaksha distributed the money to the families of those who lost their lives on duty. Money doesn't matter to Yaksha. He only cares about his work. Meanwhile, Han tells everyone about his plan to get rid of Yaksha from China, but Yaksha refuses to run away. At the same time, D7 kidnaps Jooyeon and tortures her, trying to extract information, but Jooyeon remains silent. Yaksha devises a plan to save Jooyeon. According to the plan, an agent from Yaksha's gang distracts D7's security with his bike. Meanwhile, another agent sends a drone carrying rats to D7's location. When everyone sees the rats, they panic and run away. Taking advantage of the chaos, Yaksha's gang, disguised, sneaks in and rescues Jooyeon from D7's custody. D7's gang discovers the rescue but can't stop Yaksha and his agents. Han and Jooyeon escape together. On the way, Jooyeon tells Han that her father worked for both North and South Korea. When he realized the Japanese were using him as a spy, he left them, but kept a list and location of many traitors worldwide. The Japanese force wanted this information at any cost. Knowing they wouldn't let him live, he gave all the information to Jooyeon before he died, which she hid in some university documents. It's impossible. D7 sends photos of Han and Jooyeon to the entire country to track them down. Han and Jooyeon find a place to hide, but an agent of D7 spots them. D7's gang captures Han and Jooyeon. Meanwhile, Yaksha discovers that Han, who pretended to be his ally, is actually working with D7. Han tries to kill Yaksha, but during the fight, Yaksha kills Han. Yaksha and his gang prepare for their next mission when they learn that Director Hyeon is also involved with D7. Yaksha decides to find and kill the director, but, moved by Yeom's tears, hands him over to the police instead. D7 then threatens Han, saying that if he doesn't kill Yaksha, his mother and sister will be killed. Han agrees to kill Yaksha, but informs the restaurant lady about D7's entire plan. She alerts Yaksha, telling him to be cautious. Later, Han calls Yaksha to meet him and shoots him. Then D7's gang takes Han and Jooyeon with them. Knowing everything, Yaksha wears a bulletproof jacket. The bullet has no effect on him, but he pretends to die to trick D7. Yaksha's gang reaches D7's den after this fake shootout and starts killing everyone. As soon as he sees Yaksha, D7 orders Han and Jooyeon to complete the job at gunpoint. D7 tries to get all the information about the spies deleted from Jooyeon, but Yaksha shoots him, causing a fire in the surrounding area. Han and Jooyeon escape, but D7 and Yaksha start fighting. Han leaves Jooyeon outside and jumps into the fire to save Yaksha. D7 tries to delete all the data, but instead the data gets transferred. D7 begins destroying all the machines, but it doesn't affect the data. Han and Yaksha then kill D7. Han hands Director Hyeon over to the police. In the next scene, Han successfully sends Chairman Lee to jail. Lee was the man Han lost the case against in the beginning. Han gets his old job back, with a promotion. But then, Han receives a call from Yaksha, who invites him to solve a new case in London. And with this, the movie ends.